The human brain has amazing potential for both processing and analyzing information. Basically, your brain is like a control center where you think and act on your thoughts. Many times, people choose to take for granted the advantages and privileges that come out of a healthy, functioning brain. Unfortunately, there are many bad habits that are done on a consistent basis, which can eventually lead to poor functionality of this key organ of the human system. For starters, poor sleep is by far one of the worst habits a person could have. Getting good rest is crucial for an appropriate functioning of the entire body, not to mention for the brain as well. When you sleep, your brain goes into this regenerative process that helps it repair itself. When you deprive yourself of enough sleep, this recovery process is inhibited, so the brain is left with serious damage that can affect the quality of your life on a long term. In order to gain an optimum level of overall health, a person needs somewhere between 7 and 8.5 hours of uninterrupted sleep each night. When this does not happen, we cannot take full advantage of our cognitive functions because they drastically reduce as a consequence of the poor night's sleep. Moreover, not only that we lack focus and we treat everything with a short temper, but several studies have shown that sleep deprivation can also lead to the degeneration and loss of brain cells. This can cause serious damage to the brain, such as Alzheimer's disease and other neurological disorders. Therefore, it's crucial to understand and implement the necessary habits that can help you get a good and healthy rest at night. A second bad habit that can damage your brain is the lack of social interaction. In fact, it seems that conversation comes with numerous benefits for your brain. When you talk to someone, you do your best to put your thoughts and feelings in order so that you can afterwards convert them into a language that can make sense of the words that came from the person you're speaking with. One study made at the University of Michigan revealed that only 10 minutes of conversation per day with another person can significantly improve your memory and cognitive abilities. In the same study, researchers found that people who are more social have higher cognitive functioning. Even though the current lives we're living are somehow forcing us to only interact in digital contexts, we should understand that the lack of personal interaction inhibits the brain to function properly and induces deep moods of loneliness and depression. Such mental conditions are known to have huge impact on the mental capacity of a person, as they significantly reduce your brain's health. Dehydration is another bad habit that many people have, and it seems that even though it is such a common knowledge, not too many individuals are willing to make a change in this respect. It's well known that water takes up 2/3 of our bodies, and it is crucial in helping the body to perform its functions. This explains why so many people that don't drink enough water have to deal with health issues, such as migraines, constipation, and kidney stones. Also, it can seriously affect your brain because it not only puts you in a bad mood, but it also affects the way your brain performs its most crucial functions. There are several symptoms that you can look for if you're suspecting that dehydration might interfere with good functionality of your brain, and these can be proneness, or irritability, anxiety, or fatigue. This makes a lot of sense if you consider that 3/4 of your brain is water, so not ensuring that you drink enough of this hydrating liquid can certainly have a negative impact on this organ. Your brain actually shrinks in volume if you do not drink enough water, and this is what gives you those unpleasant headaches. When you have such headaches, you cannot focus enough, and the work that you do is far less qualitative than it could be. Therefore, without enough water, you cannot live as you could be living due to your mental performance. Stress is another bad thing that your brain can certainly live without. It not only affects the memory and many other brain functions, such as your mood and anxiety levels, but it can also encourage inflammatory processes, which can seriously damage your brain. For example, when you experience a very stressful situation, the amygdala, the area of your brain where survival instincts are managed, comes in charge. And so those parts of your brain that help store memories and that perform higher order tasks are left with less energy and the ability to perform their functions. In other words, your brain goes into a survival mode, so you might find yourself being more forgetful in stressful situations. Therefore, it is essential that you learn how to better cope with stress so that none of your normal brain functions are affected. The last bad habit you should consider is not stimulating your brain enough and lack of exercise. These two aspects are really important, mostly because this current world we're living in wants us more static than active. not reading enough to stimulate our imaginations, not challenging our brains to figure out solutions, not working out enough are just some of the daily activities that can encourage the damaging of your brain's normal functioning. Workout can be understood from both a mental and physical perspective. When you exercise your brain by reading, figuring out solutions for problems, learning new skills or new languages, you're placing your organ into the best environment to develop and expand its cognitive abilities. Similarly, when you work out your body, you provide your whole system with enough energy so that it can appropriately function, and this includes your brain as well. In the end, there is much truth behind the saying, use it or lose it.